You are being live streamed.
We on the radio, dude?
Did you do it on mine?
Of course I did.
I didn't get an email. Oh, now I did.
Will you slow down a little bit? Jesus. All right, now talk sports, would you?
All right, let's go.
Hey, the voice from
Fuck. Working
mandating us to talk about these damn sports.
Hey, well, there's a little bit to talk about. I don't know if might be old news, might be some new news. Who knows what's going on at this point? There's some news that I still don't believe, though. There's some news I still don't believe, dog. Still don't believe.
What's that?
Let me know if I'm yelling or not, because I still can't tell on this bad boy. Let me see here. What's going the fuck on? Anyways, dog, what's cracking down there? It's freaking cold outside, homie.
Oh, I don't go nowhere. So, yeah, I went from the garage to the car, picked up the boy, and came back through the garage and walked in the house. So I don't know how cold it is outside, but it looks fairly typical. I'm going to leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? Everything is always the same, nothing major. Yeah, I mean, a little light work. Oh, I did go out and take the trash out, and it was frosty as shit, matter of fact. Yeah, I did go outside.
Hey, good for you.
I picked up the boy and came back to the garage and walked in the house. Hey, so I don't know how cold let's layer this thing up. It's the remix. We flowing again.
What the hell is going on? All right, we're gonna.
Yeah, I mean, a little light work.
Oh, this is what's going on.
And then talk.
There we go.
Keep talking over.
I can't do this. That's a fucking technology is not my friend, bro. Not my friend. No wonder I can't get a new damn job.
Man, if you could press power and go everything else, you could muddle your way around it for sure.
Oh, this is wild. This is wild. All right, brother. Well, you know what? Hey, thanks everyone for listening. If you're checking us out right now on the YouTube channel, pipe in. I got the little phone up here ready to go. I could see when someone says something like at Trent Hindu 24 did last week. Appreciate you, Trent. Subscribe, rate, and review. As always, get us up there. We're slowly climbing on that YouTube subscribers, brother. We're getting there.
I see that. Numbers.
And then go numbers, baby. And then don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review on whatever podcast platform you listen to. That too. Go to thisfunner.com for more podcasts and online content. Grab some merch while you're there from the Funner family. Chris has a shop all set up. What a dope setup he's got going on. Follow me on Twitter at Stix015. Follow this guy, and I was big homie at homie_anonymous. All right, now that I got all the fucking okay, maybe I didn't. Got everything out of the fucking system there. Now let's get to some fucking real talk, bro.
Where you want to start at, man? I look real good today. I mean, where you want to start at?
You got the Compton shirt on. I like it.
A little alumni situations. You can't never forget where you came from. You know how it is. I know how you get with the TC and all that. You know what I mean? You start repping real hard, throwing up gang signs. I gotta slow you down sometime. I know how you get. So this is not necessarily the place for that. I just had to come out with mine one time, real nice and easy and relaxed, like. Well,
it looks good, and it's cold out there because you were wearing that sweatshirt, dog. Didn't you get one of those sports fix with Stix and ABH big homie sweatshirts, dog?
Yeah, of course.
The crew neck you bitched about for fucking 6 months.
So I'm supposed to wear it every day and not change it? I mean, I don't wear the same drawers. You know what I'm saying? I feel what you said. But hey, look, everybody know how I get. Look at the background. You know I stay fresh, fly with something fresh to do all the time. That's just normal.
Well, we all know that you were out doing the dad duty today, so we're all crunched for time everywhere. So you just, you put on the Compton sweatshirt, ran to the school, grabbed a kid, came back, ran upstairs, hobbled upstairs, ready to rock and roll.
That's it.
Hey, okay, let's just we'll run through this real quick, and then we're going to get to some NFL talk because that's what everybody wants to hear about right now. We got some things to say about that. All I really have is Olympics already underway. Opening ceremonies tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. I know you'll be up, dog, watching that.
I ain't watching that damn shit, but I was watching curling last night, and I was watching the U.S. Win their first opening medal round against Finland. I think it was in hockey. You know what I'm saying? So the women put it on.
See?
They're already on, man. It's already.
I'm gonna have to go to the menu and check out the events that I haven't been able to watch yet.
USA Network. USA is holding people down. That's where it's at. Well, at least that's where it was at yesterday.
Yeah, I think it's on now at 5:00 on NBC as well. So I think it just started as well. They don't pay us for that, so I can't tell them. Your boy Rafael Nadal wins the Australian Open and comeback. First to 21 Grand Slams over titles over Federer and Djokovic.
21, man. I mean, we talked about this when we were doing the greatest of all time brackets. You know, I mean, a year plus ago, and I had Fed out there because he had the most at that time, and then all of a sudden, all three of them had 20. This is an unprecedented situation for tennis, but for right now, Rafa, you know what I'm saying, he struggled. He was about to lose, but he came back and showed that greatest type of mojo. Came back and won 21 Grand Slam titles. That's like the greatest shit of all time in tennis.
He has more Grand Slam titles than the Kraken have wins this year, but they did get a big one last night.
Hey.
15-27-4, baby, going into the All-Star break. They have been playing very well. They have kind of messed up our overplays. I think they're like 2-6 in the last 8 in our overs.
Heavy cool off in the last couple of weeks, so I got to keep.
But they have won a couple of those. Yeah, but like you said, you don't care about the wins. You care about the over, under, the goals, baby, the goals.
Cash out.
That's what we're looking for in those games. You know, once they get on that hot streak, we'll be riding with them. Though we'll be riding with that hot streak.
It'll come.
You know what else? You know what else is really going on right now, though, homie? Is these assholes, Major League Baseball and the Major League Baseball Players Association. Can you believe these fools met for 90 minutes and call it a day on Tuesday? Get the fuck out of here with that nonsense. They better sit down in that room, lock them in there like a damn jury going to a murder trial, and figure it the fuck out. Because that's some bullshit. They need to figure it out right now. Now they're bringing in some mediator. What the hell is that going to do?
Hey, you know how the good arbitrator go. They always baseball. They've created the arbitration situation. You know what I mean? A couple of weeks ago, I said that it's a no-brainer. All they're doing is haggling over $1. They're going to play. Now it's looking like people are starting to put their flags in the ground and starting to hold their line. So I don't know what it's going to look like. They're talking about spring training is in jeopardy. Seeing that now, this is February, if you feel what I'm saying. So
right, 3 weeks out, I think.
Exactly. So, you know, the good old pitchers and catchers, you know what I mean, start arriving. They might not be arriving.
Not going to arrive, and it's going to throw a wrench into everything. So those little bastards. But I did hear that AAA is expanding to 150 games this year, so that'll be nice. Get a little more baseball in. What if they even play? That is, of course. What you got for the NBA, homie? By the way, isn't everything
deserve nothing?
Everything's on All-Star break right now, right?
No, they still got some time before they're about to get into it because, you know, we talked about hockey and they're normally running around the same race, but they're still playing. Nobody cares. It's the same shit over and over. It's the NBA. You know what I mean? Maybe they will crack the news cycle after the All-Star break when we get to, I don't know, April or something when shit matters. But right now, there's nothing to discuss here. I mean, it's the same shit over and over.
Yeah, the only thing they're going to discuss is if Ben Simmons still isn't playing, exactly. Kyrie Irving still isn't played a home game.
Right.
You know, Steph Curry knocking down threes. I mean, what else is there? Zion Williamson, I don't even know if he's back yet. Probably not.
That's a big hell no. And everybody forgot his name is not even a topic. That's what I'm saying. It is, I don't know. NBA got a lot of work to do. NBA used to be real nice at holding some of the news topics while the NFL was slowly starting to cycle its situation down, right? They used to be real good at that. And LeBron used to help, but now LeBron is washed. And the Lakers are no good. The Celtics are no good. The Knicks are no good. So all of the top market teams are no good. You got Memphis being the hot team. You got Utah, a hot team. You got Cleveland, a hot team. You know what I mean? Nobody cares about those teams and those markets except for the people that live in those markets. So, like I said, that's why the NBA is struggling right now. Kevin Durant is hurt. James Harden is pissed off because Kyrie is playing every other game and he's out there by himself, you know what I'm saying, overweight, struggling, breathing hard, looking for the next Twinkie. Yeah, look, it's bad, okay? So everybody's just waiting to see if Chicago, Cleveland, Memphis, the Suns, everybody's going to still talk about the Suns, and that group is going to maintain their situation. I forgot about the Sixers. The Sixers too, even without Ben Simmons, are balling. So, who was the last time you heard anything about Giannis, Milwaukee? I could have swore they won the title.
There's nothing, dude. There's nothing going on. There's nothing in the NBA that anybody needs to be excited about. The best thing about the NBA is the TNT show with Shaq, Sir Charles, Ernie, and freaking other guy's name. I feel sorry. I haven't even read to mention him. Huh?
Kenny the Jet Smith.
Yeah, Kenny the Jet Smith. There you go. Let's get into some good stuff, though, homie. Let's get into some good stuff. You know what I said earlier, and I said I don't believe it. Little bit of not gonna believe it till I see it, and that's still Tom Brady's retirement. But what else? We can get into that in a minute. But what else you got, bro?
I mean, you can pull the car up and park and jump out right there. I mean, this whole Tom Brady thing is crazy right now because, okay, first of all, we might be a little bit late on the news cycle, but these takes are still fresh. I got opinions on this shit, okay? I'm not going to give Tom Brady the eulogy right off the rip because I would get too excited.
Nope.
I would get too excited. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to see his ass go. Y'all weren't Colts fans in the 2000s, you know what I'm saying? For the Raiders fans, Tuck Rule, you see what I'm saying, started this bullshit that got Tom Brady his first joint. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, he been tormenting the AFC title 2 years in a row, 2003, 2004. Peyton Manning had that shit in his damn hands both times, man. So I don't want to hear this shit. The rivalry between that, everybody knows Peyton Manning is a world's better football player, quarterback than Tom Brady. It goes without saying. I don't give a damn how hot of a take that is. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows better. If you got eyes, open your third eye, G. Peyton Manning is just a better quarterback than Tom Brady. Tom Brady just got massaged by the situation. Now, if you take Tom Brady after age 40, he got better career numbers than a lot of these fools after 40. That shit is undeniable. There's no denying that shit. From a title perspective, winning championships, he's taking L's. Y'all saw me online. If y'all hit me up on the Twitter, @homie_anonymous, you seen me. Give it up. Joe Montana, the only one. Never lost. Okay? So I don't want to hear none of this GOAT shit with Tom Brady just yet. Because Peyton Manning was better quarterback position than him. A better
but he has all the records, dog. You can't say that he's not a GOAT.
He's a compiler. He's just stacking. I could play 20 years.
You're tripping, dog. And like you said, after age 40, let alone after age 36, still has better numbers than half these fools.
Real
99.9% of these fools that are quarterback position. And we'll get into more of the quarterback position, later on when we have some downtime. We got the championship recap to talk about, championship Sunday, and then the Super Bowl to talk about.
But Adam Schefter got him, though. You can't tell me Adam Schefter didn't get him. He wanted to announce that shit when he wanted to announce it.
He wasn't wrong.
He did not get the chance to announce it on his own time. He got scooped on his own personal story. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to come out and do the whole thing. And like I told you, as soon as that shit became semi-real, when Tom Brady and TB12 and all his little companies started saying, yeah, congratulations, Tom, great career. You know what I'm saying? And he put out his little post. Damn, immediately he shit on Big Ben, didn't he?
You're right, though.
Ooh, they're going to be in the same Hall of Fame class now if they both stay retired.
And like I said, I won't believe it until I see every starting quarterback in the NFL take a snap in 2022.
Where's he going?
I mean, I don't even. We had a lot of quarterbacks. Where are they going? Aaron Rodgers, where's he going? Russell Wilson, where he's going? He's staying, of course. Tom Brady, where's he going? On a yacht, kids hockey practice. The hell's he doing?
I don't know. It's a little bit of Tom Brady.
Derek Carr, where's Derek Carr going?
Staying right there. He's good.
Not a swap for Aaron Rodgers, from what I hear on the Homie Investigation Team website right now.
Hey, word on the street though, Aaron Rodgers just bought a crib in Nashville though, for whatever that's worth. But
Ryan Tannehill, where's he going?
But then again, everybody is like, Nashville is like the new spot. I even heard about Nashville, Tennessee, and going to get it because prices are low and affordable if you want to get a piece of property, that kind of thing. So everybody's going to Nashville. So you can't really think and put too much into that. But then again, you could.
And he sold his house in California.
Because Tannehill is the quarterback. I mean, it ain't like he is.
Garoppolo, where's Garoppolo going? Garoppolo's on the street too, ready to rock and roll.
Garoppolo's going to Pittsburgh.
What that year ago? You heard it here first. Just like you said, Aaron Rodgers going to Denver.
Yep,
that's still in the works
all day.
Especially after Peyton Manning buys a team.
Hey, your boy Trask, is he going to start a single game for Tampa Bay, or are they going over his head to somebody else?
They'll go somewhere else.
Of course.
There's no way. Washington Commanders, dog. Like I said, didn't we talk about the Commanders' name earlier? We were talking about the name, the XFL, USFL, fucking Arena Football League team. I mean, they could have came up with something. I might as well, in my opinion, they should have just kept it Washington Football Team. My apologies to all you Washington Football Team Washington Commander fans out there, but this isn't going to fly this is not going to fly as easy as Seattle Kraken did in Seattle, right? How you have no other reason than not to get behind the Kraken as a hockey fan in Seattle. I wasn't sold on it to begin with, but I realized that, hey, this isn't going to be something that you're going to be able to fix or change or have to do. You just get behind it, and it's grown on me, right? But the Washington Commanders, dog, that makes zero damn sense and just doesn't click as a NFL franchise name, in my opinion.
Hey, Pete, I don't think they put a lot of thought into this, because you know how you like to make shortened versions of team nicknames. You know what I mean? Sometimes you make shortened versions, or you give a nickname to the mascot. This is Washington, D.C.'s football team. And this isn't mine. I heard this on another show, but this is great. You shorten Commanders to Commies.
Right, dude. What the hell?
They didn't put a lot of thought into this, bro. Washington, D.C., political climate, and Commies. Ooh, that's
rough.
That's
all bad.
Look.
That is all bad, dude.
I ain't feeling it, but hey, I need one of those Letterman jackets though. And they need to make Letterman jackets that style for every NFL team. Seahawks, Rams, the whole nine. Those Letterman jackets.
You can't make that Letterman's jacket for all NFL teams because it looks like it's bought at freaking TJ Maxx or an outlet store or made at the Goodwill or something. No offense to any of those places you've shopped there. No offense at all. But it looks like a old school, discontinued XFL team jacket from 2001 or whatever year that was that they brought that up.
They got a fucked up logo though. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You saw the Seahawks logo on that jump and gave it the navy blue with the white leather, and you get some good Jeff Hamilton style quality with the jacket. You know what I mean? Or make Mitchell and Ness make it, or somebody who's been doing this.
Mitchell and Ness is not making that shit.
Well, if they did, it'd probably be $600. But you know what I mean? But they should bring back the Letterman's code. You remember that year the Texans came off and they all had on Letterman's jackets, and it was like a playoff game or something. Maybe it was against the Colts. I can't remember. But J.J. Watt and all the Texans had on that shit looks dope. The Letterman jacket kind of belongs with football. That should be like one of the things when the weather's nice. Everybody should have one of them joints on, man. It looks dope.
You're tripping. That shit is nasty. Maybe for your team, it could look dope because it could put some shit on there.
And I had to. That's because you didn't get no letter. I wanted them jackets before. You know what I'm saying?
I knew you were waiting. You were waiting. Hey, man, I got plenty of leather, dog. I actually have a Florida State Letterman's jacket in the closet, dog. Back in the day when the old trap sold that shit, dude. And our boy Curtis had the Michigan one because he's a big a Michigan fan. So he got the Michigan one because we had Michigan and somehow we had Florida State up in, guess where, homie?
Where?
Very first spot.
The what?
No, the Ham, the Bellingham. Yeah, how wild is that? Up in the great north next to Canada.
He was pulling swaps. He was making some calls and getting some product swaps. I know he was.
That might have happened actually, but no, I don't know if we did that or not. We might have. I don't know, but we somehow had them. That was back in the day when we had all the cool college shit though.
Yeah, that's true.
When we got all the cool college shit in those spots that we were at. But yeah, that's crazy. Hey, what do you think? I need to know your opinion on all this Brian Flores stuff, homie. This shit is crazy. Calling out billionaire owners. Belichick sends an accidental snitch text. I mean, yo, dog, what is cracking? This is nuts. This is absolutely nuts. And you know what? Shout out to him for standing up for what's right, right? No doubt. 100% stand up, dude. But I mean, he's 40 years old, may never coach in the NFL again. Is he gonna have to take the what is it, the Sarkisian and the Lane Kiffin route? Go back to college, do a couple things, and then just roll the ranks in college. But you know what? The point is that it's the right thing to do. And everything that I've read and I've seen, it's legit stuff, in my opinion. I mean, already calling out the coach when Belichick already saying, hey, they already got a coach here. Congratulations. Oh, that was meant for somebody else. I mean, damn, dog, what's going on? That's like texting your ex-girlfriend, hey, can't wait to see what you're wearing. And then all of a sudden you get the reply of like, oh, what you talking about? Oh, sorry, that was meant for hoe number 2. I mean, what's going on?
Yo, this shit got more legs than the Kraken. Okay. This story, I said this offline too, and I'll bring it
Kraken have
here.
Legs?
Tentacles, whatever, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? But I put this out there too, and I said this shit has a lot of legs, G. Okay. All of the racial aspect of it is okay. That's one thing. And look, I'm gonna put it to you like that. It is what it is. We live in the United States. Okay, we already know what it is. Okay, that conversation's over. Now let's get to some shit that means something to me. Okay, I'm talking about me, the average avid sports fan.
Let's hear it, homie.
Hold up. Homie, you over here paying this dude to lose, and I got 3 units on this team minus 6.5, and you over here in the back room talking about lose? You know what I'm saying? Hey, look. We've been talking about this situation being set up, prearranged, WWE style plot line.
Script, baby, script.
This shit brings it straight to your face. Now, that's one thing, because you're paying people to lose. Forget the fact that if you can manipulate who gets jobs and whatnot, but if you're saying I am incentivizing you to lose, and that is not a well-known thing to all the fans, right? How are you going to tell me that it can't be point shaving, referees involved? Because guess what? Flores was not being interviewed by the Patriots. How the hell did he know Dayball was already keyed in for the job? All of the interviews had not been completed yet. Nevertheless, you know what I'm saying? You got the old man drunk text mistake. I don't know if he was drunk, but
it was Nike, dog. It was Nike, the dog.
He texted the wrong cat. You know what I'm saying? How you text the wrong cat?
The draft day dog.
I mean, and anybody who's been out here in these streets when they was a young man and was out there with the ladies and probably doing more than they should, you probably made that text mistake before and had to clean it up. But in this situation, yo, hey, congratulations, homie. You got the job.
That's wild.
No, you don't. Hold up. You is that me? Oh, they just gonna give it to me because I ain't even went in there yet. They just gonna give it to me. You sure? Oh shit. Now, what is your response when you realize that you have texted the wrong person? That is beautiful. the thought right there is just great of Belichick going,
oh shit.
Ooh, shit.
And all he says was, and if I remember it correctly, and don't quote me on this, but I remember seeing it. It basically said, oh, you haven't, or that was meant for Brian Dobal or whatever.
Right.
And then he's like, my apologies, Brian, BF, Brian Flores or whatever. And then at the end, he even puts the BB at the end. I mean,
to be honest, that's not even the half. Like I said, it's got more legs. This story just has got a lot of shit involved.
Can we talk about the back to the opening statement of, you know, how there's money involved of them being paid and on these games? Of course, they say they did not get the incentive. And I think I said offline or something, but you know, maybe this was a thing where he was like the coach after in Miami, let's go to Miami, said the owner says 100,000 for every loss after they lost 7 in a row or whatever. And you know what he said? He said, Brian Flores said, fuck your money. I'm going to roll and we're going to win some games. And then all of a sudden they wrap off 7 in a row. Right. So maybe that's what kind of influenced his decision and started thinking, you know what? Hey, this is some shit right here. And I'm sure it's not the first time that happened. Now you got Hugh Jackson coming out. You got that. But and what I wanted to say was that you're 100% right. Like, what happens when we got money on the line and all year this year, there's been some shit popping off. Even the pros are like, don't even play these games, man. Don't even pick spread. Just play who you think's going to win because that's your best option, right? That's what we came up with.
Mm-hmm.
So what kind of bullshit is going on? I mean, we've noticed in the second half that teams are quote unquote playing better. And the scripts that we've seen with the missed PAT that ties up a game or an interception in the end zone to stop a 2-point conversion, you know, just some crazy shit. And like you said, we said the players play. The players aren't giving up. The coaches, in my opinion, I do not think that there would be many coaches, very, very rare coaches, like 1 in a million, that would say, hey, I'm going to give up a win for $100,000 or whatever it is. And to back that up as well, how the hell does Brian Flores not have another coaching job within the last week before this all happened with another team? Easy money. I mean, he went whatever their record was. He's still over 500 as the Miami Dolphins head coach for 3 years. He doesn't even have a job before all this. You should have to sit down with this dude for very long to be like, you're my guy, after all these other new coaches are getting him.
Yeah, but it's still 5 more jobs out there. He just torched his resume. He just wiped his ass with his resume, just like that, right? Because soon as he decided to do this, and it's a class action situation too. So what it is it's the only way for this shit to be successful and for it to do anything, because Hugh Jackson said that he tried to do this shit before, all the way up to the NFL level. They ain't doing shit. They trying to keep it the same. Shut up, sweep under the rug. You know what I mean? Now he's trying to do that shit again. And the only way you could do that shit is every single coach, forget what color you are, or where your status level in coaching is. All of them have to be on board with what Flores is talking about. Because first of all, he ain't getting another damn job. That's dead. Okay, not a HC job in the NFL. Maybe he could be a coordinator, but he just torched this shit like Kaepernick did. That's it. It's done. Okay, so whatever paper he gets from this, that's it. The point that gets proven from this is the only legacy he's gonna have in the NFL. And if every coach don't get on this, it's gonna be a lost cause, because there's still 5 jobs left. Why didn't he go and wait for all of the shit to pop off first? Do all your interviews before you start torching shit. I think he felt some kind of way with that Belichick situation, and that was the reason why he set fire to the shit. Okay, because it was like, whoa, y'all already know? Oh, so what I heard is true. You know what I mean? Y'all bring in a brother, let a brother HC this thing when y'all want to lose, when it's tank for Tua. You see what I'm saying? And it's the Bengals situation with Marvin Lewis, or if it's Hugh Jackson when transitioning from the 8 million garbage ass quarterbacks that the Cleveland Browns have had, and we trying to get another first round quarterback. So that's what they trying to do. But the problem is, I mean, go ahead.
I was saying, what was Cooley? The Texans 1 year,
exactly,
2-year contract, but you knew you were going to have him from 1 year. That's some stupid shit. And hey, I have to give a shout out to Ryan Clark on ESPN, right? You know, Pittsburgh Steeler, all that, because he made a good point, which I 100% agree with. You're not going to be able to change this situation until you start getting billionaire owners that are African American or GMs, right? Is that that's in my opinion, that makes 100% sense.
It just has to be inclusionary. It has to be a representation of the whole. You know what I mean? Just like, you know what I'm saying, if we just talking about, bullshit statistics, but Black people is only like 11-12% of the total population anyway. You know what I'm saying? So that should be representative in. There's some rich ass people that would love one of these franchises. Now, I understand that some of these franchises come from family ass bread. All of the OG ones come from family legacy bread. So we're not just opening the door up for these situations. But like right now, the Broncos is up for sale. Is it gonna be some brothers come in here that piece up and try to get the Broncos? Because I heard that they tried to with the Panthers when the last owner fucked up. But I mean, this is old shit, right? You know who Donald Sterling is, right? This shit's real. This shit's real, G. So I mean, it is what it is. How many times I know for a fact that yo ass has been in a position to give employment to another human being, because I have. And how many times you interview this motherfucker and you go, I am not hiring him. It is not happening. And I'm gonna keep it real with you. So you go through the flow, and sometimes you just don't hire people because you got a feel for something ain't gonna fit or something, or whatever the case may be. But it should still be the people that make decisions need to make everything. I don't know why people aren't comfortable with this, is what's funny. You know what I mean? Why does it feel 100%. Like people ain't comfortable with this? You know what I mean? That's the problem that I have. And so I mean, I really don't care, except for when you start basically putting a stamp and justify, you are condoning and confirming every single thought that I had about shit being made up and processed and packaged for my consumption. Then I got a problem with that, because I thought that sports was the last bastion of live, true television that's not cooked up. And now you're telling me that it's a little bit of a cook up.
Couldn't agree with you more there, my dog. You know that. So that's just this whole thing is wild, and we're gonna see how it plays out, how long it's gonna take. And you know the problem with this is too, how how fast was the NFL to come out and all these owners that are allegations against New York, Miami, and Denver to back their owners.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as and to go against Brian Flores, and then all of us, and then how many years has this Washington football team president Daniel Snyder been in this circular reservoir of all this bullshit, and that motherfucker still doesn't have a conviction yet?
Yo, he got mad dirty pics, bro.
This shit is wild.
Does. You know he does. That dude is mad guilty, G. Did you hear the testimony old girl gave today?
No.
Oh, look. So she sit up there in Congress because now it's like, yo, they're trying to make it go down. It's Congress people really like NFL, break us off the information. Stop holding it. We want to know what's happening. So old girl goes on and she gives her statement or whatever, and she says, Daniel Snyder tried to push me into the limo. And the only way that this didn't happen was his lawyer was like, Daniel, no, this is not a good idea. Hey, she said she was about to get diddled, fondled, sexually harassed. Well, she was in the process of being harassed. She was being maneuvered into a limo, right?
Right.
And see, that's that Harvey Weinstein shit. That's a different thing because now 100%. You're saying my power is gonna be like, it's gonna get me some ass or you to do whatever I say or any of that. And that's a different thing. I mean, you know, power does a whole lot of shit, but when you're doing it over women, you're a foul ass motherfucker, boy.
Yeah, see, that's the bullshit, and that's why I'm saying that. How come that shit is still going on? Because, and the NFL's tried to throw that away for a while, but that's still going on. But they still can't figure the fuck out to get that taken care of. I mean, yeah, he relinquished his ownership or whatever the bullshit is, but you know that motherfucker's still getting money.
Exactly. He turned it over to his wife. That would be like me telling my wife, hey, why don't you run everything? You think I'm not all in her ear? You think I'm not all in the paperwork? Come on.
Right.
You crazy. And this shit's going to be, I don't know if the Super Bowl is going to be the Super Bowl because this shit is going to be talked about. I guarantee you that they wish that this story and the WFT story came out first. Like I said, if they wouldn't have busted Tom Brady story probably could have overshadowed this shit because we would have been all flowers and all of that with Tom Brady retiring. If he would have done it on his own time, it would have washed all of that shit through the news cycle. But no, Adam Schefter, nosy bastard, want to go out there. And so now this is all we're going to be talking about leading up to the Super Bowl. We got 1 week, which is the first week is almost done. Now we're going to have media week. And media week is a media week now. It ain't media day. They're going to be this shit all damn week.
Is it media from on Zoom conferences in the each hotel room? Because they quit testing for COVID anyways. So they might actually do a media row.
That'd be interesting. Yeah. I think they might.
All right, homie, let's talk about these games coming. These games from this last weekend, the games that are the game that's coming up. What you want to go? Where you want to roll with, bro?
I mean, I don't know. Now, I think now, to be honest, I mean, I would have loved to been able with all fire and, you know, motivation to talk about the championship games because of, you know, what we have been talking about and what we assume to have been going on. But now it's like, you know, we're a little late. But I mean, hey, look, we've been on this Joe Burrow shit for a year and a half already. Everybody needs to go check our status. Check my records. We put it on wax a long time ago. And then he got hurt. Okay. So we put that shit on wax a long time ago. Now, I didn't think it was this. No way. But let's rewind. Put the car in reverse, pull around the corner, and we'll pull up in front of your house and be like, yo, I don't know. Maybe there's something wrong with Patrick Mahomes. Maybe you're right, dog. Honk the horn 2 times and go, hey, I don't know.
See, the people want to. They need to hear the Stix and ABH big homie take from this because.
I mean, go ahead, man. Because I mean, what did we say before the game? Go back. I mean, what did we say before the game? You said what? Cincinnati hardcore. Everybody shut your mouth.
Yep, I sure did. Cincinnati money line, and I definitely easy take the +7 in that no matter what if you got in there early enough, right? I did say maybe 7.5 just to see what happens, but excuse me. But the money line was the way to go. Obviously, like we said, you pick the team to roll with.
That was not obvious to no one unless you in Cincinnati. That was not obvious.
Right, unless you're a Cincy fan. However, I just had that feeling. I told you all year you were overrating your Kansas City Chiefs in the hometown.
Yeah, but look at where they are. They
top
did
10, right?
They did exactly what they were supposed to do. They got to the championship game. So they weren't underrated. They were underperforming.
They played well when they needed to play well.
Exactly, which they ended up doing again. And, investigational group has passed by a rumored note that they think Patrick Mahomes had it, and they let him play with it. So that's out there.
That is very interesting.
But this is my point. Oh, what did he catch it at halftime? He was looking good as shit. The first half, he didn't have no damn problems, right? So
very true, right?
Did he catch it at halftime? Or the fatigue and the fever started to come over him at halftime. Look, there's a couple key points that we can point back to in that game because we know what we said ahead of the game. And I was willing to take all of the Cincinnati points with you. Well, no, I'm lying. I said if it went to, what did I say? If it went to 7.5, turn back the other way and take Cincinnati. But I was willing to go out on a limb and take Kansas City, even with the touchdown, and I was wrong. Okay, which is fine. But they had plenty of times to actually do that. That halftime, that call before halftime, that's the dumbest thing I ever think. That's why Andy Reid Reid ain't won shit. Okay, that's why. That's why right there. The shit he did with Donovan McNabb, okay, looks the same as the shit he just did with Patrick Mahomes this year and last year. It just looked all bad. There's no offensive line to blame it on this year. Okay, that halftime call, you could have gone up. Okay, you could have gone up by 21. What?
And instead, they were only up, 11?
21-7. No, it was 21-7 because that P
21-10
touchdown.
21-10.
10.
Yeah, they had the field goal. Since he had the field goal, and then
the P. Ryan touchdown. Okay, yeah. It was 21-10. So they could have gone up by 18.
Yep.
Okay. Could have. That was just a horrible call. And the first thing they did was pan over to Andy Reid, and he's pointing to his chest going, that's me. And I was like, oh, he's going to never want that clip to ever be seen ever again because that literally was him. You put Patrick Mahomes in the worst position to throw a fading, pass to Tyreek Hill on a slant, a wheel route or whatever you want to call it.
Right. A little wide receiver running back screen type thing with no blocking.
It didn't even look like it was blocked for properly. So that was the first thing. And then, like I said, they had 1st and 10. Fast forward to the fourth quarter. Kansas City has 1st and 10 on Cincinnati's 15. I'm thinking game's over.
Overtime?
I'm thinking game's damn over. I mean, come on. They're going to get a touchdown right here. They marched right the hell down there, and this is about to be touchdown. Not no tie for nothing because it's 1st and damn 10 from the 15. Are you thinking anything else but Cincinnati's about to lose 1st and 10 from Cincinnati's 15? Come on, dog. And then next thing you know, they say Cincinnati's defense stepped up and all of that, but Mahomes was running around and running in circles and shit, and then he got sacked twice and throwing the ball away, and that game was all bad. But hats off, put your hat back on. I don't give a damn what you do. Cincinnati won that shit, and Joe Burrow's got cajones, bro. He is the man, and mucho hombre jefe. I'm telling you, that dude is gonna be the truth, man. And we was on it all from day one. I mean, I don't know what Young Herb is doing, but we was on it, boy.
Young Herb still has this time to come back and
put
on a show next year, right? That AFC division, just that division or that conference, man, division is crazy. And then you referenced Andy Reid, 3-6 in championship games.
Come on, dog.
And now Mahomes leading by 14 plus. He was 39-2 versus all others. Now he's 0-2 against Joe Burrow. So if you don't think that's going to be a good matchup for years to come, it's going to be wild.
That's going to be that'll be some championship game futures or whatever until, you know, somebody else comes out like Young Herb or who out there? Josh Allen makes his big comeback.
Oh yeah, we got Josh too.
You know what I mean? And I mean, what
the Raiders do with new McDaniels and Derek Carr and Renfro.
I just looked over and I have my postseason power rank right here. These are the only teams that I have in the top 10 in the AFC. Kansas City, Buffalo, Cincinnati, Tennessee. And I don't even know that because the offseason, there might be major downgrades with Tennessee. Okay. I could see Buffalo still being there. I don't know what's going on. I don't know the contract situation with Kansas City, but I think everybody's locked in. And then Cincinnati ain't going to do nothing but get better. So, but everybody else, you still got, oh, come on, man. You know what it is.
Yeah, there's plenty of not open opportunities, but plenty of great games to look forward to next year in the AFC. That is for sure.
I mean, because I'm looking now, I got New England right outside the top 10. And then at I don't have another AFC team. Oh, okay. I forgot. Baltimore's there.
Oh, yeah. Lamar, Mac Jones.
They got work to do. And then I got the Chargers, Young Herb, right at the middle of the pack, middle of the NFL. Hey, would you ever think that Young Herb would be the middle of the NFL? I thought he was gonna show his ass this year with all them weapons, man. Something's wrong there, and it's offensive line. He got the same problem Joe Burrow has. It's offensive line. He got the same problem Joe Burrow has. Okay, so once they figure those situations out, and this is gonna be the worst draft ever because there ain't gonna be no playmakers in it. But this will be the opportunity to get some people's names that we don't know that might strengthen out some of these teams.
Yeah, or back to the Chargers real quick, or going for it on fourth down 37 times a year might not be the best way to go about it.
I bet you he doesn't learn this lesson fucking around. You know how they say you only have to put your hand in the fire once to know that it's hot? I think that might be it for this dude, okay? Because he caught a lot of heat from that. If you know what I'm talking about, Brandon Staley, head coach of the Los Angeles Chargers, former Rams defensive coordinator. Now, all of a sudden, he goes over there and he's the greatest offensive guy. He was a defensive guy. So everybody got to relax a little bit. They got some work to do, or some decision making to happen over here.
Hey, before we get into the San Francisco and your Rams, homie, congratulations, dog.
Hey,
we have to go over the hometown plays of the week last week.
Okay.
We went over, your boy right here.
Like a whole lot of wrong on there, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, a little bit. But your boy over here picked Higbee TD. Sorry, dog, I jinxed you. That guy got hurt in the first quarter. Good thing you didn't let your boy play that one. Holy cow! Yeah. So I kind of screwed you on that one. But you did.
If I'd have let you play it, he might be dead by now.
Yeah, probably wouldn't be a good thing. Hopefully, he can make it back. Was it just an MCL?
Yeah, they said
it's
a chance, but I doubt it.
Yeah, him and Uzma. I can't even say his name right now. Uzama, yeah.
Uzama, they said he's on the right track. So he's
but
probably
Higbee, no.
more likely to play. I've heard more positive news about him.
Hey, well, I'm all about David Blanton in the playoffs. Then let's roll.
Hey.
But you did have OBJ TD, Cup TD, and Rams by 7, which I agree with the Rams by 7. They should have won by 27. But sorry to all you San Francisco fans.
Take the points. Yeah, I said take the points, and I said I didn't care if it was 3.5 or 7 or blah blah blah, and all of that should have been true. There's no way that that game should have turned out. We're gonna tell you why in a second. There's no way that game should have turned out the way that it did.
Yeah, that was wild. But Cup got a couple TDs, so let the people hear the homies' hometown real team. What you think about that game, homie? Got to give you credit. That was pretty sweet. Kind of. They won at least.
Yeah. And okay, so I mean, I love the fourth quarter activity and everything that happened as it started to boil down, because this was one of those where the oven was on a slow bubble. Like I knew something was happening with this story. You know what I'm saying? You could just see it building as it was going. Man, like I said, I all right. The Rams had the game lost. Let's just start right there. The game was damn lost. And I don't have any, of course, I don't have no problems with the young man. Okay. But if Jaquiski Tartt catches that damn ball, this game is over.
Jeez.
Literally.
I don't even know who Stafford was throwing it to or what the play was or what the hell he was thinking, because it didn't make any sense because there was nobody within 5 yards, 10 yards.
It was to him. And it was almost a hands. If it was T. Higgins, that's easy. Because T. Higgins is like everything is a hands catch out front, right? It's easy. It's going back the other way. Game over. Oh, that literally was it. When he dropped that pass, okay, I knew that was the beginning. I literally was sitting there going, okay, how much time is left? And I think at that time it was a little bit less than 10 minutes. And I go, here we go. This is how it's going to go. Shout out, huge shout out to the man who's been carrying this team on his back. Like what the old saying go, he put the team on his back though. Cooper Kupp, man, my cup runneth over, baby. On third down, you just call him up like a good neighbor. Cooper Kupp is there. Okay. Third down only 7 for 8, 108 yards, and both of his TDs on third down when it matters the most. Matt Stafford, I called you out a couple weeks ago, and that wasn't as harsh as I probably could have been, but I was a little brusque with my language and calling it out. Matt Stafford is Matt Stafford. He's literally Matt Stafford from the Lions, which we used to watch and be frustrated with. And I used to call him fourth quarter Joe Montana because he was always behind, and all of a sudden everybody seemed to be catching Marvin Jones. Back in the day, we had Calvin Johnson. All of a sudden, Everybody's lighting it up. Fourth quarter, and they still end up losing, okay? Because they had seasons where they didn't win a damn game. They won one game, one season.
But they always made that second quarter comeback or second half comeback, baby.
He always used to make that damn comeback, and that's what he is. And he almost tried to give the game away. He just got better weapons. And come on, straight up and down. Keep it real. I'm gonna throw this to you. Seeing what you've seen with Stafford, would you take this year's Stafford with this squad, or 2 years ago's, or was it 3 years? 3 years ago, Goof with this squad?
When was that the year that Goof took him to the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Now, I still think you have to roll with Stafford, right?
Only reason we lost that Super Bowl is, guess what? We didn't have Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp was hurt. Remember? He was out that game. So all we had was Bobby Trees, and Van Jay was a rookie. Dude, we had nothing. Okay. I'm telling you, if Cooper Kupp would have played in that game, we probably would have won that game too. Because of course, Goff and Kupp, they was doing all kind of interviews together. They was surfing turf. Nobody even remembers this. Now everybody forgot, but of course, I'm here to remind you. Whose house? Rams' house. They were surfing turf. Goff and Kupp. Now all of a sudden, Stafford's here. Everybody loves it. Goof, we already documented earlier on the season, Stafford has thrown more pick six than Goff ever did. I still on my mom would take Goff right now if I had to win the Super Bowl next week.
Ooh, so interesting take from the Nos Big Homie. You take Goof over Stafford right now?
Yes.
Even after what you saw him do in Detroit? I mean, he wasn't bad. Don't get me wrong. We talked about a Goof a little bit in Detroit.
You bring
playing
Goof,
well
you
with
bring
the
Goof
shit team.
back. Bring Goof back with McVay and these weapons. I'm saying Goof under these circumstances. Because only thing Goof was missing,
because he's not going to lose a game for you.
Exactly. They only lost to the Patriots 13-3. Okay, we had them locked down until the end.
Oh yeah,
okay?
that was a
now
fucking
if we would have
terrible
had Cooper,
Super
if we
Bowl.
would have had Kupp that whole game, come on, man, Tom Brady would be already retired.
Hey, is that it? Well, we'll talk about the game, the Super Bowl game in a second. But when did your boy Scarotamac or whatever the fuck his name is fuck us? Was it the first? It was the second half when he dropped that touchdown pass, or was that the first half?
No, I think that was the first half. He had the first half number. And yeah, he had that he had that sure shot.
Well, we had the second half. We had the second half LAR half over 23.5. The second half over 23.5 separate as well. And then the team total over 13 for the Rams in the second half. I just can't remember if that he dropped that pass in the first half or the second half.
It might have been because
I'm pretty sure it was the second half because we needed the over. And if he would have caught one of those, if he would have caught it, the way things ended up playing out, even with that would have gave us the points there. So
right, because the Rams came right out and scored the first time down. Boom. And then you would have had it with that second possession with Skoranek, which I just learned how to say his name too. Skoranek dead set in his hand. When you said it, I didn't even see it. I walked to the kitchen. I didn't even know what the hell I was doing. I came circle back and I saw it and I was like, damn, we would have cashed that quick.
Yeah.
It didn't happen, but that's what set up the shenanigans. That's what set up the shenanigans, man. And I'm telling you, the 49ers is a thorn in our damn ass and has always been since Joe Montana. Okay? I mean, yo, look at Debo bust his ass. What was I telling you earlier about your own team? You see all the shit Debo's out there doing? He's taking massive hits, getting up, doing everything. Cordero Patterson out here doing everything for mediocre ass teams. Now Debo's doing a little bit. He got a little bit more than a mediocre ass team. Okay, but he is their whole offense. Did you hear George Kittle shout?
No, they did not utilize Kittle as much as they could have, or probably should have. That's for sure.
Exactly. So there's no reason for DK or Tyler Lockett to adjust their games to what's really popping in these streets right now. Because Debo, especially everything. I got love for Debo for going out like that because we tried to get his ass out of the game. And now this ain't no bounty situation.
Right.
They wanted him gone. The defense wanted him gone. They did not want.
Was that the rib shot or the rib shot?
Yeah,
right.
That was the one that was like right up in here,
right in the chest. Yeah,
clean.
Nice hit. Yep, clean hit. Well, that was the Garoppolo trying to get him killed or whatever.
Yeah.
Or it's just Debo being a fucking baller and saying, "Hey, I'm gonna go all out like a gamer does, man." And he bounced back up and came back in. Mad respect to that dude for sure. 100%.
And I'll even show some love to Jimmy G because he played a rock solid ass game and put his team in position to win. He didn't do anything wrong in that game. He threw one interception, but he ducked Aaron Donald and Von Miller. They was on his ass all damn game. Leonard
I
Floyd,
s-
they was on his ass all day, and he was just making plays and keeping the ball, man.
am I tripping, or was Donald pretty quiet until the second, third, or fourth quarter?
And that's when I knew. So when the Rams got up in the fourth, and it was Garoppolo has to get back there and make something happen. I was walking through the house going, "Oh yeah, I love defense in this situation. This is beautiful because all they got to do is just go get him, go get him, go get him." And that's exactly what they did because they had a 49ers in a situation where they couldn't use that beautiful ass running game and that run block situation that they have. It ain't too many teams that do that shit as good as them. Okay, because they do it with everybody. They got Debo back there. I can't wait. I'm glad Raheem Mostert ain't there because we would have big problems. Okay, so yo, shout out to those dudes. But man, I'm gonna leave this up to you because I want you to talk a little shit because I know you was watching it. Once again, play calling. What happens with all of these teams in the second half?
Man,
McVay forgets that he's this genius that they talk about, or what?
right. And did we just talk about McVay last week when he did the same thing?
Oh, shit.
Exactly the same thing, and just played. I don't even remember what the hell. I got it right here. They were up. What the hell were they up last week? 20-3
Mm-hmm.
in the first half last week, and then only scored 10 in the second half and gave up 24 against Tampa Bay. Yeah, what the hell are they thinking? We've talked about it all year. Like these teams that they're not college coaches where they just go on a 45-point second half binge in the first after the first half debacle. In the NFL, they just play it low key, play not to lose, and look what happens when you play not to lose. You almost lose. All right. Well, most teams do lose, but they don't give it back. So, and you're the Rams guy, so you said McVay's play calling was shit, and I agree with you 100% because there's no way you have all these weapons and you can't just rely on. There's no way you shouldn't just rely on the Stafford Cup, Stafford Akers handoff scenario. You also have what the hell is the other running back's name? That's Michelle, Sony Michelle,
Go to Michelle.
to get you some yards. And when you said you got what was Cup was 7 of 8 on third down, you're going to throw the ball to Cup anytime. I mean, why just utilize him on third down when you throw him a first or second down or whatever and get those plays? But man, these motherfuckers. I hope this Super Bowl isn't like the New England Super Bowl, like you just said, reference to 13-3 or whatever.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's going to be that. But like I said, McVay messed this up. I mean, it could have been all on him. It could not have even gotten to the Jaworski Tard situation because this dude doesn't ever challenge nothing. All of a sudden, he gets shook and he busts out 2 challenges, in which both of them he loses. So now you're in a bad timeout situation in going into. I think he used both of those in like the second quarter.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did use, and one of them was like not even close to, like, what the hell are you doing? Who's in your ear saying, "Hey, throw the challenge flag"?
That was
Whoever that guy is, he won't be there next week. I guarantee you that. He won't be at the Super Bowl calling those plays or calling that play.
So yeah, so like I said, I don't know. McVay has what I think now, what I'm starting to see, and I could say this with all honesty because it's watching my team. I don't pull no punches. I think he's starting to get shook. He's starting to feel the pressure of he didn't do it the first time, and he got to get there. He's got to get there because he did all of this shit with Stafford. He did all of this shit with Odell Beckham, and then he brought in Von Miller. Everything is on the damn line. Okay, I don't even. Odell Beckham's not even under contract for them in the next year. Neither is Von Miller. Okay, so it's got to happen right now. You know what I'm saying? So I think that some of his management of situations got a little shook. He was a little shook in those situations, and when they would pan the camera over, I mean, he's a little too fidgety. He got the card in his hand and the pen, and he's wiping his face, and he's looking a little shook to me. He don't look like a dude, you know what I'm saying, who you can't tell what's going on. I love those coaches when they pan over to Tomlin or pan over to Belichick. I can't tell if they winning or losing.
They have
You know
the
what I'm
same
saying?
stoic look, and they're ready. They're game face, always on. So that's a good point. We're already in the Super Bowl discussion with McVay, right? We're already in the Super Bowl 56 discussion. Rams, Cincy's 4.5-point underdog, 48.5. Rams money line minus 200 dog. Cincinnati money line plus 170. Before you answer this question, and remind me that I just want your off the top before we get into stuff, your take on your pick in your heart right now. Cincy 4.5-point underdogs. You're a Rams guy. You are the Rams guy. Whose house? Rams house. Homie's team. Go ahead and give me what your first take is on. Just the points, not the winner, just the points.
Yep. Okay. So if I had to place a side on this game, it would be with Cincinnati. I told you right off the rip when it opened, I wanted to jump on this early so I can backside it after 2 weeks of line movement and maybe be able to middle it out and hit both. Right. Once I see how much movement is happening, because it opened up at 3.5 to the Rams minus 3.5. All right. And I'm in my heart of hearts, I go, that sounds like plus money. That sounds like I should be on the plus money side on the open. Right. But now I think I'd have been wrong. I'm probably glad I didn't, because I probably should have ran down when we first got that number and put in a Rams ticket. Is there a chance? Because see, now if this thing moves up anymore, because Rams is Rams is going to be the most public of these two teams, right? So the only thing they're going to try to do is keep running up the number to keep everybody off. So how much are they going to run up the number? 5? Does it go to 5? I don't know. I think it stays right here.
Yeah,
I think this 4 point is enough.
They're getting money on both sides right now. They're probably getting a lot of money on. They're getting a lot of West Coast money on the Rams. They're getting a lot of East Coast money and AFC money on Cincy. I think it probably stays about the same at this point. It can't move. I don't think it moves up. It may go to 4. And you
back the other way.
The 4.
All of this, the reason they went up to 4.5, it moved a full point from the open. That's all Cincinnati money. That's everybody who's trying to get on Cincinnati early and off the rip. When they don't know what they're doing. If you want Cincinnati, you wait.
If you want Cincinnati,
money come in.
If you want Cincinnati, you just take the money line, and that's going to be one of our plays for whatever units we want to do on it. I mean, it's worth it from what we're going to play for the whole weekend, right? Yeah. It's going to be worth it to take at least a ticket on a unit or two of what we play. But I wanted to ask you that. I wanted to get that out of the way, but I wanted to ask you, homie, you were saying that, and this is my take kind of, so I want to hear what you have to say about your coach, McVay. You saw he was a little flustered or whatever. He's only 36 years old. Zach Taylor's 38 years old. So, by the way, that's the youngest head coaching matchup in Super Bowl history. You know, a few years ago, didn't we have the oldest head coaching matchup, Belichick and Carroll? You know, in Super Bowl history, right? I'm pretty sure that's the right thing. But we got the two youngest head coach matchup in Super Bowl history. You said McVay was a little disgruntled, a little out of his element, didn't look like the right guy. Yeah. You know, this dude lives, breathes everything football, right? And he's been doing it since he was young, right? Only been a head coach for how long? He's been the coach? 4 years, 5 years now?
5.
Got a very good contract.
And then, yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm.
So do you think that maybe this is like you said, the stress of all this? Is this one of those times where you have to take a mental break and be like, you know what? I let's say they win. just for hypothetical purposes.
Mm-hmm.
Does he say, I won the Super Bowl, we did what we had to do, we bought in, we did it, I got to take a step back, I need to take a year off, Sean Payton type stuff right now, do it? Or is he just going to keep doing this because he's only 36 years old, and that's a lot of stress to be dealing with at that age, in my opinion. What are your thoughts on that?
I think you're absolutely right. And I'm watching the Cool Under Pressure Joe Montana on Peacock. If y'all haven't caught that, since Joe Montana was my nemesis for a lot of years growing up, I had to see how this all started out, right? Seeing that he went to Notre Dame, and my mom was born in South Bend, which is the same city as the Notre Dame University, blah, blah, blah. So there's some ties there. But anyway, Bill Walsh, the inventor of the current basketball West Coast offense, or football West Coast offense, all of that, dude, he was like a mental wreck with everything. And he had Joe Montana. Okay. He was a mental case, and he had Joe Montana. And it was just what he put himself through because he was a brainiac. So there is something to be said for what you just said. But I think that this is a different situation for two reasons. Reason number one, we was just there. We literally were just there. And the only people who weren't there with us are the people that we just brought on, right? It's the same team. Okay, for the most part, it's the same team. We were just in the Super Bowl, so we dealt with the rigmarole. We know what we left on the table and all that. I imagine they know what they left on the table in those situations. McVay can go back to being and feeling outcoached by Belichick in the rawest way. When you put up the best defensive game, you held the Patriots and Tom Brady to 13 points. You trying to tell me that don't win you a Super Bowl? It doesn't if you only score 3.
Right.
Okay. Now they had some chances to win that game for sure. Okay. Point number 2. The biggest one of all. Whose house? Rams' house. It's at home, dog. It's normal occurrences. Are you trying to tell me that they're not going to be tripping off of tickets for this? They do that all the time anyway. Cincinnati got to find relatives and blah, 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 and hotel rooms and where we going. And
nobody's buying tickets for that fucking game unless you're in LA and you're a big movie star. You see the cheapest fucking tickets are like $3,000 or $5,000.
$6,000. $5,000.
That's fucking ridiculous.
500 level. Okay, this is stupid.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, where normally
Cincinnati players are like, you can go ahead and just watch the game at the bar in LA. We'll chill afterwards.
Well, they'll have their little block of tickets that they get. They're not really paying. I mean, maybe they pay, it comes out of their check, they never see it. But normally, under normal circumstances, both teams have to worry about the rigmarole of traveling and doing family business at the Super Bowl. The Rams just pull up like they pull up every week. Literally from the house, from the crib. Okay, this is a different thing. That's why I'm saying this shit with Tom Brady.
Well, they'll be in the hotel just like they would any other time. So you're right. It's 100%. Still, you go from practice in LA and all that stuff to that. 100%.
It's not a weird.
But my point
situation. Go ahead.
My point is, is McVay's head on straight right now? I mean, like you just said, he has to he's a head coach. Needs a redemption from the Super Bowl that he lost to bounce back and get the right game plan together. And we've seen what he's done the last 2 weeks. Well, I guess, last week he ended up coming, but playing a little better, but that was because he was already behind in the second half play calling. If this game is a shootout, is that better and we can talk about this later too. Is that better for your Rams, or is that better for Cincy? And all aspects of it is McVay going to be able to handle the play calling and roll with it and not be scared to score a touchdown and give Burrow some time to go score a touchdown or whatever, and then come back and then be able to play it out and play not to lose.
Dude, this is gonna be the first time that I am gonna be fast, and fancy free, bro. I'm telling you, I am gonna be so carefree watching this game. For the biggest reason,
You are not.
Tennessee had Joe Burrow on the deck 9 times. They do not have Aaron Donald. That 99 train ain't pulling up in their uniform. They don't have Von Miller. They don't have Leonard Floyd. They don't have none of the defensive talent.
Burrow only got sacked, 2 times last week against Frank Clark, Chris Jones. I was more scared of Kansas City's defense than Tennessee's defense.
But they gave up 9 sacks. Okay, he was on his
back. Against Tennessee, they gave up 9
on
sacks.
His back. That's what I'm saying. That's Tennessee.
But against Kansas City, Burrow only ended up on his back twice. And where was Donald? Where was Donald in the first half against San Francisco? Maybe a little bit better line, yeah, but still didn't show up until the fourth quarter.
Exactly.
Where was your other boys on there?
Yeah,
still didn't show up. How many sacks did they get in that game?
But okay,
3.
So how many games did
who's more mobile? Who's more mobile, Garoppolo or Burrow? Who's going to make the better decision, Garoppolo or Burrow?
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to have the better play calling, Shanahan, who's a slinger and maybe a little bit back, or the no holds barred Zach Taylor, ready for Burrow and his team to eat?
Oh my God!
I don't know how laid back you're going to be, homie. I'm going to be there, so I'll know, and we'll give a play-by-play.
Trust me. Go back and go look at the Bengals' strength of schedule. Okay, they ain't beat nobody. That's why I wasn't in the damn fantasy finals. Okay. Now look, the Rams on their way to the damn Super Bowl played 2 division rivals. Knocked them both out the box, and Tom Brady. Boy, you better calm the hell down. I don't know what you think this is. You better calm your ass down. Okay. We played the most familiar people to us. Joe Burrow ain't played the Browns, Pittsburgh Steelers 2 times in the regular season and in the postseason. He's the team that had the most familiarity to what the Rams got going on. And then, of course, the Bucks, and we already beat them earlier on in the year, week 3, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. So look, I see what you're saying. You got a lot of you're supposed to pose doubt. I don't have none in this game, okay? Because Joe Burrow, how many points was scored? 19 versus the Titans. A good 27.
In the second playoff game of his career, right?
Okay, and 26 versus the hapless Raiders. Okay, in the first.
I don't know about hapless. We already talked about how they would find a way to play that game. Okay, go ahead. You're right.
But they don't have no deep. Look, we're talking about they don't have any of these defensive stars or defensive talent all around.
Raiders did have Max Crosby.
Are you saying Max Crosby, Aaron Donald? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're telling me?
Well, from the way I see it, yeah, because Donald hasn't shown up.
All right,
he hasn't shown up in the way that Donald is paid to play to be that guy.
If he was
Tennessee, he should have had edge rushers. You're telling right here. You're telling me
edge rushers, and
you're telling me that Tennessee got 9 sacks. You're telling me Tennessee got 9 sacks. Well, then Donald should have 5 sacks by himself on Super Bowl Sunday, is what you're telling me right now.
Mark it up.
Shit, you're tripping, dog. You're tripping. Nah, you're tripping. You write that down. I'll write that down.
I ain't never heard nobody talk. That would be like me saying that what you're saying right now is like if I was Stephen.
That's not happening.
Blasphemous. That would be like me saying that Russell Wilson is garbage. What you're saying right now. Are you saying that the whole defense, the whole offensive line is not focused on what Aaron Donald is doing, and he's doing it from a defensive tackle position? He's not even an end, Holmes. He's not even an end, okay? He's doing it from the middle like Warren Sapp used to do. So, and Ndamukong Suh does. He does it from the middle. Everybody's worried about what he's doing. So Von Miller can get off, so Leonard Floyd can get off, so all the other boys can be comfortable back there because he can come in and cause all of this havoc for Ramsey to get off. We can put these massive hits on these boys. Yeah, come on, shout out to Weddle too. Weddle making 9 tackles fresh off the street. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look,
off the basketball court.
Well, yeah.
I get what you're saying about everybody. They're blocking Donald and they're all doing that. But you just agreed. You just agreed and said that Donald should have 5 sacks. I was being facetious and you said yes, he'd have 5 sacks. Okay, well, if you're gonna play my game, you just showed the weakness that you don't believe in the rest of the defense, Von Miller and Floyd and all that, because you just said that in order for them to get those sacks, those other guys would have those sacks and Donald wouldn't get any. However, you just said, print it, 5 sacks by Donald. That shit ain't happening.
I'm just saying, mark it up. I'm just saying, I don't care. Like I said, I'm not going to worry about this because if Chase did not get off and he did not find, now they found some moves. Now I got to keep my eye on this dude, T. Higgins, because I'm telling you, he's got hands like, I mean, we used to trip off Odell Beckham catching it behind his back with one hand, but most of these wide receivers catch the ball to the chest like this. They let it come all the way to them.
Yep. Or the catch and crumble. Yep.
T. Higgins is catching it out in front like this and getting out of here.
He does. Yep.
All of them. So
he's tall. He's a little taller.
So he's catching it all over the place. And and Jalen Ramsey is a little, I mean, he thinks he's doing too much. You know what I'm saying? He thinks he got it just on pure reputation. And I see him get torched.
Hey, he got torched on his Tom Brady's last touchdown pass of Tom Brady's career. Jalen Ramsey did. Torched.
And he puts his head down just like Kyler Murray does. And I don't like this.
Go Knowles, by the way. That's my boy.
I mean, I don't like the mannerism because somebody got off on you, then all of a sudden your head's down, but you was talking mad smack, you know what I mean, to Robbie Gold because he was trying to get his practice kicks off. You know what I mean? You got to relax. Buckle up and play the game, man. You got to buckle up and play the game.
Hey,
so there's some potential for either Higgins or Boyd to get off in this game. It's not going to be Chase. Chase is going to be locked the hell down.
And the same could be said for Cup, but Cup always finds a way.
Ooh.
I think they're gonna have to find a way. What by who in the Cincinnati defense?
Yeah, Eli Apple. That's what you pulling out for this?
All right, you didn't give me enough time to do my research on the Bengals defense. We'll talk about that next week, and then I know there's a guy named. See, I can't even say. I don't even know his name. Milton, the DB for for Cincy.
Mike Hilton.
You're fucking tripping. Oh, is that his name?
Yeah, Mike Hilton.
Okay, he's solid. He's the one that isn't he the one that got the hands to do the tip pass the other day?
Yep.
And played well. Hey, we could talk more in depth next week or later this weekend about all that.
Yeah, we're a little early to the game, but we're gonna.
Yeah, but we had to discuss some stuff, preliminary calls, and some stuff that we need to chat about while we're there. But hey, and then add anything else you want to this, homie. I just want to throw out a couple other things that I saw and I heard was I'm excited for this game. It's gonna be awesome, and I really hope. My plan is, like I said, roll down to the Nos Big Homie's crib and kick it because I think I owe you a bottle of whiskey. By the way, barely, just because the Jets lost in the last 14 seconds.
Just mentioning the Jets, you tripping.
Hey, but you know what? I made the call and I stood by it. What do we got here? We got the first Super Bowl in 19 years without Brady, Manning, Ben, or the 49ers, dog. Isn't that wild? In 19 years, those four have been
somewhere involved,
acquainted with the Super Bowl.
Well, I was tripping the other day because I heard this. I heard Brady has won 20% of the available Super Bowls, bro.
That's disgusting.
I think it's 17% or something like that, and then I think it's 20% of the ones he's been in. Come on, dog.
Right. That's ridiculous.
Brady need to get the hell up out of here, man.
Well, he's been in 50% of them.
Yo.
No, I think I just got a little beep.
I think it's 9 times, I think. Because he won 5, and then he lost twice to the Giants, lost to the Eagles.
And he didn't play 1 year. So 50%.
No, I'm talking about games he was actually in and either won or lost. So he won 5, right? Or did he win 6?
No, he's won 7.
Oh, shit.
And he's lost 2.
Oh, shit. And then he won 7, lost 2 to the Giants, lost to the Eagles. That's 3 L's. Was there another one he took an L in? Or
Giants? Right? Twice to the Giants.
1 to the Eagles. He lose anybody else? No. Damn. 7.
Nope. That's why Eli's his nemesis.
Yo, Eli got clout.
Hey, and shout out to Joe Burrow. No quarterback has won a Heisman, a national title, and a Super Bowl. I'm already crowning him the king. All right. Well, sounds like my headphones are dying out here. You hear me still, homie?
Yeah. No, that's some heavy accomplishments, but it's too young in the game. He need to. I mean, not that he's gonna end up like Goof or he's way better than Kaepernick. He's better than Joe Flacco. All of these dudes that made it and and won or made it and lost. Matt Ryan, he's better than all of those dudes, but I don't know. It's too soon. If they win, they can't win this with no offensive line. There's just no way. You got to win in the trenches.
Yeah, the offensive line scared me last week, and they held up. So we'll see how that works. We'll have a lot more to talk about this game for sure as the weekend rolls through, and hopefully Uncle COVID stays the fuck away.
Oh, they're not testing anybody.
They say, hey,
bro, everybody's just gonna play.
So hey, well, we'll catch back up next week sometime, and then we'll be doing some live shit from the Nos Big Homie crib that weekend before the game, maybe the night before the game. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But next week we still got some stuff popping off. We'll make it happen. Check us out on this YouTube channel. We appreciate y'all. Subscribe. Also, don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review to the show on whichever podcast platform that you listen to. Go to thisisfunner.com for more podcasts and online content. Grab some merch while you're there from the Funner family. Follow me on Twitter at Stix015. As we do it, we got a lot of stuff popping off. Homie's on there too. Nos Big Homie at homie_anonymous. Use that hashtag Stix2Sports on anything you want to know. We'll get back to you. We'll make sure that we're involved and engaged because we like that noise. We like to hear the noise. We like to give our rebuttals. So appreciate you, homie. What you thinking? What you got, my man?
Oh, man. Hey, look, you remember last year when all of this shit was going down with Robin Hoods and GameStop and all that shit? I got an email yesterday, or was it today? It might have been today, saying, we're sorry because you weren't able to make trades and get out of stuff last year. We're going to reimburse you.
What?
These fools gave me 4 cents, dog. That shit is not even funny. I'm pissed off. Fuck Robin Hoods, dog. 4 cents? That shit's not funny. But you know what we doing? This is funner.
So I guess we won't be getting a sponsorship from them.
Fuck Robin Hoods, dog. You better use like SoFi or somebody else. You know how much money I lost in that damn shit with GameStop and AMC and all that shit last year when I was listening to people and trying to get this quick paper real quick. They gonna give me 4 cents. We gonna settle for 4 cents. We've decided that we need to reimburse you for 4 cents. You could have kept that fucking email. 4 cents.
You should have kept that email for 4 cents.
Shit, 4 cents.
Oh, that's
Shit,
wild.
I hope you didn't pay an employee to type up these emails because you paid more than 4 cents already. Little bastards. That shit was real though. Dead serious. Dead serious. I was like, ooh, I'm about to come up. Look.
I didn't
Cash
see anything
credit.
on that.
All I saw in the subject line is important information about your account. And then the next line says, oh shit, you ain't gonna be able to see that damn shit.
No, like next line says what? Credit applied.
Credit applied to your account. I'm going, oh, I came up. I go, oh yeah. After reviewing your account, we're reimbursing you 4 cents cash credit in a lump sum. I don't even have to wait for payments. You believe that? I don't even have to wait for payments of my 4 cents.
They're just gonna give you it straight up.
Lump sum, baby. That's the only way.
That's crazy. Hey, well, that's the least they could do after you gave them all that money.
Little bastards. Well, shoot, man, I gotta go check up on this boy, man, because he's in here by himself. His mom left, so make sure he ain't burnt the house down. He's probably hungry as hell. So,
All right, dog. Well, we'll catch up.
oh, for sure, all day.
Yep. All right, dude.
All right.
We'll talk to you. Peace. Oh, snap. What we got going on here?